What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. It is Monday, the night after, or the morning after, I'm sorry. The morning after the Oscars. And it was very interesting, to say the least. So let's get into it, y'all. So, y'all, this isn't like a full-on recap of the Oscars, because after a certain point, I stopped watching. But let's talk about Beyonce's performance, which opened up the show. I knew that she wasn't going to be there, y'all. I knew that she was not going to be there. And in her Beyonce, way, she had this huge visual, this production in the middle of the city of Compton, as they said. And she performed the song Be Alive from the movie King Richard, starring Will Smith, like I said in my What Y'all Talking About video, that was about Venus and Serena's father, basically. And she did that. Like I told y'all, I'd never heard of the song. I haven't even seen the movie. But I liked it. From the lyrics and all the things that I was hearing, I really liked it. They had she had the girls with the braided bang and the braided sides with up into a bun. And they had the beads on there, because y'all know when Serena and Venus first, started and they first came out, they used to rock plaits and braids and have beads all the way up to the root, y'all. And so, that paid homage to them and all the other black girls there. She had the orchestra, she had her backup singers. The entire set was like a tennis ball. What is that? Kind of like a neon green or a neon yellow, depending on who you're talking to. They say that the tennis ball is green or yellow, but it was it's super, super pretty lime green is what I'm going to call it, like that highlighter type of color. And they, they had their dancing. They had the like I said, the green ivy park, little blue ivy, which I did not see her while I was watching the performance, but she performed with the dancers at one point in the video. Beyonce is just so dope. She had on her green as well, and her ivy park. She had her little split up the side, as she always does. Just giving flawless production, and I was glad to see her. I don't know if they didn't show her in the audience at the actual Oscar show. Like I said, I didn't think that she was really going to be there, but she gave what needed to be given, and the girls was going wild. Like I said, I just love it. The concept of it, like I said, the tennis ball colors, the being on the tennis court in the middle of Compton, where they're from. It was dope. So shout out to Beyonce and Blue Ivy, because little Blue Ivy, I'll be getting it. Homegirl is gonna be a star one day. Y'all mark my words. Well, she's already a star, but she's gonna be an even bigger star one day. Yeah, so shout out to Beyonce, Queen B. And then, you all, we get into other performances that I remember seeing. We had Meg Thee Stallion come on there and hit us with the remix of We Don't Talk About Bruno, no. Which was a surprise to me. Because if y'all know, I love the movie Encanto. A lot of people do, and that song just gets stuck in your head over and over and over and over and over and over. So, she had the whole place rocking. They didn't perform the full out song of We Don't Talk About Bruno, but from what they did perform, it was dope. They had the people on there just singing, dancing. It was like a whole production, very vibrant colors. Meg Thee Stallion, she looked really, really good with the yellow. She had her leg out as well. Houston girls want to show off the thickness. Then another performance, I remember it was a song that was also on Encanto, and the guy that was singing it, Sebastian Yartha, y'all, he was so nervous. I'm the type of person that notices everything when I'm watching award shows. So, you know, when they do the close-ups of the singing, because the song is kind of a slower pace. And if you watch the movie Encanto, I believe that the song he was singing was the song playing while they were showing like the grandmother and the grandfather, like back in the day, that scene, and you know, all the things that was going on, and how they got to where they were in the movie. And his hand, y'all, was shaking so bad. And of course, I would be nervous as well. But for me at the Oscars, it's live and in front of a bunch of people, and it's on TV as well. Like, he was shaking. Even at the end when he had his hand up, like he had this like dramatic ending, like his hand was just like, I was just like, oh my gosh. But he did a really good job. And another performance was Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas. And I didn't see the movie that song came from, but I think I want to watch it. I think it's called 4 Good Days or something like that. It looked really interesting. And then Reba McEntire, she performed a song as well. And maybe her song was the one from the movie 4 Good Days. I don't know, y'all. It was a lot going on. But she does not age. Reba McEntire does not age. And every time that she sings, I don't know about y'all, but I'm always ready to sing that. My head is, you know, the song from her show, when she's like, I'm a survivor, like that. Oh my gosh, like every time I see her, I just want to say that part. So she did a really good job. And like I said, she does not age at all. I'm trying to think of anything else. I mean, what was her name? Amy Schumer, Regina Hall, and Wanda Sykes. They were the hosts. They did a good job. There was some cringy moments. I know everybody was going in on Twitter about Regina Hall's bit when she came out, and, you know, because she's single, and she was naming all the single actors and, you know, feeling all on the people on the stage, and everybody was in an uproar, which I get it. I understand. But at the same time, like, I feel like if you don't understand her humor or the dry humor of the Oscars and all three of those comedians, then of course you're going to be easily offended. But it didn't get that deep for me. And also, y'all, shout out to DJ Nice, who was the DJ for the Oscars last night, and also to Will Packer. I saw on Twitter that he was the producer of the show. So they was giving black all night long. Black people this, black people this, black girl magic, black boy joy, all through it. And then it all came to a halt because of the slap heard around the world, or the punch that was seen around the world. Y'all, Will Smith and Chris Rock, the whole debacle, I watched it live, and I was just as shocked as Lupita behind the wheel, because at first I thought it was staged, and it wasn't. It was all the way real. Too real for TV, y'all. It was crazy. So basically, y'all, after the performances that I wanted to see, you know, we were waiting to see who was going to win the award for the best actor in a lead role. And of course, we all know that Will Smith was nominated, and everybody wanted to see if he was going to win his first Academy Award. So I'm sitting there, you know, halfway watching the rest of the Oscars, because like I said, all the things I wanted to see was over with. And I'm scrolling through my phone, and for some reason I had put my TV on mute. I don't really remember why, but I look up and I saw Will Smith and sitting in his chair yelling at Chris Rock. And y'all, I'm an avid lip reader, and this was easy for anybody to be able to comprehend. But I saw him say, "Keep my wife's name out your bleep bleep mouth." And I was like, huh? And everybody looked confused because, like I said, my TV was on mute. And then I saw Chris Rock. Didn't know really what he was saying, but he looked stunned. I didn't know what was going on. I thought Will Smith was just heckling him. Well, to my surprise, or am I really surprised? Because some of the comedians just don't know when to stop sometimes. But it was said that Chris Rock came out on stage and made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair because she shaved her head due to alopecia, which, you know, can, for some people, is very traumatic in a way, and it's very hard to cope with. As I've said before, me having breast cancer, I freaked out more about losing my hair than I did with losing my breasts. I don't know, it's just something about a woman's identity with her hair. So, you know, it was a very hard time for her. And so, but she looks good. She's always had short hair, but it's even shorter now, so she looks amazing. But they were sitting in the front row. He came out and he made joke in referencing to her doing like G.I. Jane, because if y'all know, the person who played G.I. Jane in that movie back in the day, she shaved her head. So he thought it was funny. You know, people laugh, but you know, it's like that. I don't know if I should laugh at this joke because I don't know if the person is offended or not. But a lot of times, like I say, comedians, they just don't, they just come out and say what they want to say and leave it at that and don't think that there's going to be any consequences of it. Y'all, but was Chris Rock wrong? Honey, I saw the actual video because I was just like, because me, I get secondhand embarrassment. So when I saw that, I was just like, oh no, like what is going on? So then I took to Twitter, and apparently, they said, which I saw the video right after, he said the joke. Will Smith walked up on stage mid, you know, Chris Rock talking, and decided to slap him, punch him. To me, it looked like a whole kickback and a punch. Honey, he was in it, you know, like it was, I know Chris Rock was stunned because his face was like, what? And then as he's walking off, Will Smith, as he's walking off, he has this like smirk. So a lot of people probably thought this was like some friendly little banter back and forth, or it was just a joke. But no, he was dead serious, because even after he sat down, Chris Rock was like, it was just a joke, man. And that's when you heard him yell. And when I tell y'all, it was so quiet. It was quiet. You could hear a pin drop in that audience. He said, keep my wife's name out your bleep, bleep mouth. And then he said it another time. And you know, like, if you don't hear somebody while they're yelling at you, and then he'd be like, what you say? And then he gets even louder. That's what Will Smith did. And then you could tell from right after that, everybody was just like, okay. So then everybody was, like I said, tweeting, like, is this real? Was it staged? You know, and I was just like, I cannot believe this is actually happening. Like, this is a big night for you. Like, Will Smith, why would you do that? But I also understand that, like, that it gets to a point where you just want to let people know, like, quit playing with me. But at the same time, why would you do that? Like, you should have more decorum about yourself. You should have like more self-control in that moment. And then I would have been okay if you did it backstage. But then everybody was starting to say, you know, like, remember he punched a reporter on the red carpet one year, and he punched somebody backstage at another award show one year. So it's just like, this is like a track record for him. I don't know. I'd never seen none of that stuff, but I saw it last night, y'all. He was not playing. So then, y'all, the Academy Awards, they give out whatever, it was the award, and Questlove won it. So shout out to Questlove. And I think it was about the Summer of Soul movie. I seen it on Hulu, y'all. But yeah, Questlove won, so that kind of overshadowed that moment. So then they just go back to normal, like it ain't nothing. And then we get to the end, like towards the end, when they giving out the Academy Award for the best lead actor, and Will Smith actually wins, y'all. And he gets up there, you can see he's kind of like convicted. He's feeling bad because he allowed his emotions to take over in that moment. And he even said that when it happened, like after it happened, Denzel Washington was like, hey, you know, the devil always comes at you to get you basically off your foot when you are at your highest level. So, you know, basically like watch your actions, watch what you're doing, because this was a moment that, you know, we come to celebrate, and then it's overshadowed by you just being in your feelings. And he got up there, y'all. He's very, very emotional. He didn't even really, you know, talk about getting the award. He mainly gave people like an insight as to why he reacted in the way that he did. So I'm pretty sure y'all can go and watch that his acceptance speech. And, you know, he said he knows that as an actor, as a celebrity, you have to put yourself out there, you know, to get that abuse, to get those jokes thrown. Because y'all been joking. We all been saying stuff and joking and stuff about Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith and their relationship and the entanglement and all this stuff. So, you know, I think it just came to a head, and he was just frustrated and he was over it. And then, like he said, he's been in this state of where he wants to protect, and where he wants to, you know, make sure that don't nobody play with his home, don't nobody play with his wife, and don't nobody play with him and the women in his life and the thing, you know. So it's just like he was giving this insight into why he felt so strongly about what he did, but he also knew that it's an embarrassing moment. It wasn't a classy moment. It wasn't a good thing to do. And I mean, his tears was just coming down, but that was just it was crazy. And then here comes Amy again, you know, being the host that she is, after his award, after he got his award, talking about there's a different energy in the room, there's a different vibe, did something happen? And then they cut to him sitting down in the front, and he was cracking up laughing. So it's a moment. We all have had those moments where we kind of mess up and then put our foot in our mouth, or we mess up and we be like, oh, like easily convicted. But it'll be at the top of the news probably for a week or two, and then something else is going to happen, y'all. So just give grace where it's needed. And I hope that there wasn't any type of like real beef between them as to why he just went up there and just did it, because people were speculating that they could have had beef for years, and that's why he was just like, oh, you can't say nothing because I don't like you anyway, you know, that type of thing. But I don't know, y'all. The Oscars, it was lit. It was good. I didn't expect to watch the entire thing. I didn't watch it till the end, but I watched the majority of it. So I hope you all watched it. Leave in the comments anything that I missed, and how y'all feel about this whole Will Smith debacle, y'all. I still can't believe that I watched that. And I was so in shock. I've never seen anything like that happen, besides when Kanye walked up in the middle of Taylor Swift's acceptance speech and said that Beyonce deserved the award. Like, that was secondhand embarrassment for me as well. Yeah, but it was a crazy night at the Oscars. So if y'all watched it, let me know. If not, I know y'all gonna be seeing them clips soon. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and thanks for watching AAB TV, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.